So as I mentioned, just come into a comfortable seat to begin our practice, our Equinox flow. Somewhere where you can sit with a comfortable position with a tall spine. And for now, just let the hands rest down on the knees for a bit of grounding. I'm going to move all the way back so everybody can see me. Okay, so as we move to the equinox, which is on Wednesday, we're working with this energy of creating balance, creating this sense of wholeness, of integration. And so those are the intentions that we'll be working with throughout this practice. I want to first just have you either close the eyes or soften the gaze. And get to the bottom of an exhale. And then take a deep breath in through the nose. And let it go through the mouth. From there, let the lips gently seal. And just let the breath begin to slowly drop back into its normal, natural rhythm. No need to control it just yet. We'll move into some breath work in a moment. I want to first bring your awareness to your sit bones, right sit bone, left sit bone. So right away, we have that sense of grounding. And start to create a sense of symmetry in your physical body from there. Moving along the side body, either side of the spine. The right shoulder, the left shoulder. Start to get a sense of your body in space as it is right now. Even moving up to the face, right side, left side. We're all naturally asymmetrical, but we can start to create this sensation of symmetry in the body with these minor adjustments, orienting our body so that right away we start to infuse this feeling of balance. And once you've arrived to that place, now start to connect deeper into the breath, and we'll simply breathe in and out through the nose to start. Start to engage full yogic breath so that when you inhale, you're expanding fully into the belly and then into the lungs. And when you exhale, you're getting all the breath out, deflating the lungs and then the belly. And continue that for a few rounds on your own. And as you do that, I'll talk through some of the energetics that are happening right now. As we shift from summer into fall, there's a natural turning inward that begins to occur. That little bit of chill in the air. The skies are darkening a little bit earlier. And within us, this is creating this almost desire of wanting to come back home to self. I think during these transitory times, the energy is more potent. It's more apparent to us how our energy really does sync with the energy around us. We are literally mirroring what's happening as the season shifts. And so you might be noticing this call to want to shed, to want to create some space, to even out the scales, so to speak, of your inner world. With this idea of creating balance. And so that is the energy that we're going to work with in our movements, in our breath, in our meditation. And so before we begin, just bring a little bit of awareness to any areas in your life where that might be resonating for you. Maybe there's somewhere where you feel like you're way too heavy, You're putting a bit too much energy into one place and not enough into another place. This could be on a physical level, emotional, energetic. And have no other expectation except to just bring awareness to it. It doesn't mean that it's something you have to change, shift, transform right away, but you start to plant that seed of awareness. So as you move through these next few days, these next few weeks, you start to cultivate a sense of how you might bring that into more balance. Take another cleansing breath. Inhale through the nose and sigh through the mouth. You can blink the eyes open or keep a soft gaze. And next time you inhale, reach the arms all the way up. We start to gently move into the physical body. On your exhale, reach the right arm over. You can support the left fingertips to the ground and just open up into the side channels of the body. Keep the shoulders away from the ears and take a deep breath in to reach. And as you exhale, just settle a little bit more into the stretch. And take one more inhale. And on your exhale, slowly float yourself back to center. Touch all 10 fingertips to the ground. And then inhale, reach up. Switching sides, left arm reaches over the head, the right hand supports. Keep that sense of grounding through the hip bone. So we always have that anchor point. Another deep breath in. Stay for the exhale. And slowly release. Come back to center, touch all 10 fingers. Realign the spine, find that sense of symmetry, and then inhale, reach all the way back up. Easy twist to the right side, cross your left hand to your right kneecap. Keep it gentle, take a deep breath, grow taller. Exhale, twisting, rotating the spine, gentle cleansing. And then inhale, come back to center, reach all the way up. Exhale, taking it to the left side. We're just warming up into the spine, starting to warm the body slowly. Another deep breath here. Inhale, come back to center, reach all the way up. And as you exhale, draw the hands down to the heart. Anjali Mudra, we press palm to palm, thumbs touch to the sternum. Make this mudra symbolizing this sense of connection, this unification. Pause here for a breath, connect into the heart. Exhale. Release the hands to the knees for a moment. We'll move into a short breathwork practice before we start to build on our flow. So if you've taken a class with me before, and many of you have, I tend to start pretty gentle, moving into the body, and then we're going to start to move a little bit quicker. I just want to remind you here before we continue that it's your practice, meaning you're always, always welcome to modify, adjust, pause, whatever you need to do to make the practice work for you. Okay. We'll be utilizing Nadi Shodhana, which is alternate nostril breathwork, one of my favorite pranayama practices to create that sense of balance in the body. And what we're literally doing is moving energy from the left side to the right side to the left side. And we're really working with that idea of symmetry, even within the brain, right hemisphere, left hemisphere. And this will really help you to cultivate a deeper sense of inner presence before we really get into our flow. So come back to that comfortable seat. I'll talk you through the first 2 rounds in case you're not familiar with this practice. Your left hand will just stay resting onto your knee. We're going to use our right hand to close off alternate nostrils using the right thumb and the right ring finger. So you can just hold it a few inches in front of the face to start. Take a deep breath in through both nostrils. Exhale through both nostrils. Gently close off the right nostril with the thumb and inhale smoothly through the left nostril. Close off the left nostril with the ring finger and exhale through the right. Inhale back through the right nostril. Close off the right and exhale through the left. That's one full round. Inhale back through the left nostril. Close off the left and exhale right. Inhale right. Close off the right, exhale left. That was 2 rounds. Complete 3 more rounds on your own. Go at your pace with the intention of just keeping the breath flowing really smoothly, really even. Follow the path of the breath in and follow it back out. There's never any rush to complete. If you have completed your 3rd round, just sit and observe, witness yourself. Notice if you are aware of any differences in terms of feeling a bit more balanced, this innate sense of wholeness within. Let's take a deep breath. Inhale through the nose, sigh through the mouth. When you're ready, blink the eyes open if they're not already, and we'll transition to tabletop. So finding your way to all fours on your mat. And you want to position yourself so that you feel really grounded. A simple shape that we often take in a flow class, but it offers us a lot of opportunity to ground our energy. So I want you to really spread the fingers. We call this Hasta Bandha, hand lock. Make sure the thumb is spread out to seal them down into the earth. Wrap the elbow points back so that your elbow crease points forward. And keep your toes untucked. So we also have that added sense of grounding, the tops of the feet and the tops of the toes. Keep the spine long, but maintain the natural curvature in the lumbar and the cervical. Pause for a moment and ground the energy through the hands, through the tops of the feet. Take a deep breath. Exhale. Next inhale, drop the belly, lift the heart. Cow pose. And then exhale, round the spine, drop your head, cat pose. And continue this with your breath as you inhale. Create that arch in the spine, lift the heart. And as you exhale, press into the palms, around the spine, drop your head. Take 3 more rounds on your own. Another deep breath in. And a deep breath out. Come back to a neutral position. Reset again, press into the palms. And take your left knee, slide it a little closer to the center so you have a bit of balance. Extend your right leg straight back. pause here and notice where you need to engage to maintain that sense of symmetry between the right and left sides of your body. So more pressure into the right hand, more pressure into the top of your left foot, and then see what happens if you reach your left arm forward. And again, that moment of recalibrating from right side to left side. Engage through the core, draw the navel into the spine. Take a deep breath, hold. Stay for the exhale. Beautiful. Take one more inhale. And on your exhale, release just the left hand down, right leg stays. You'll angle your lower left leg like a kickstand and step your right foot to back edge of mat as the right arm extends up for a supported side plank pose. Couple of options. You can stay right where you are. You can float your right leg for a bit more balance. You can even bend into the knee and reach for the top of the foot. If you're taking that option, you might kick into the hand, create a little bit more stretch through the right side of the chest. Wherever you are, hold for a deep breath. Exhale. Beautiful. Next inhale, everything lengthens out and you arrive back to all fours. Right hand plants, right knee plants. Reset your tabletop pose, restructure. Press into the palms, take one cat-cow, stretch the core, lift the heart, and then round into the spine. Back to neutral, second side. Right knee slides over just a touch, left leg extends straight back, pause. Your shoulders are square, press into the palms, more into the left palm, right arm extends forward. Remember, you can always keep this right hand down the whole time. Every step of the way, make the practice work for you. Take another full breath. Hold for the exhale. Release, just the right hand down. We step to that supported side plank. Left arm extends, left foot steps to back of mat. Same options. Stay with the foot down for a bit more grounding or float the leg. Next option would be to bend to the knee. Begin to kick into the palm of the hands. Remember, wherever you are, wherever you're pausing in the practice, is exactly where you need to be. Another breath. Inhale, slowly lengthen out and arrive back to all fours, tabletop. Restack the joints. One cat-cow, drop the belly, round the spine. Come back to neutral. Walk your knees together, big toes to touch, walk the palms forward, and sink yourself all the way back to child's pose for just a moment. Let the forehead meet the mat. Take a deep breath here. And exhale. You can stay here or add in a side stretch. Walk the hands over to the right side, drop back down. And if you took that, we of course want to do the other side. So walk it on over to the left and drop back down. And we'll all meet back together in extended child's pose for a moment. Drop the head and take a deep breath. And so this equinox is really giving us opportunity to almost take inventory, to connect to where we're at, to do a little bit of a self-check-in. And how is it that we want to move into this next season? It's giving us this opportunity to really witness ourselves during what could be a challenging time. It's really important to have these moments of self-check-in. Take one more breath in child's pose. We'll start to find our way to downward facing dog. So as you inhale, begin to rise to the knees. You'll tuck all 10 toes and lift the hips up and back. And allow for a few moments of movement on your own here. First downward dog, I always just like to move into my body, really noticing what I might have been carrying for the day, sort of residue that gets stuck, any of those tight, creaky areas, you can move into them here. So feel free to explore on your own. About 3 to 4 more breaths. So we're working with this idea of balance. of course, with the equinox, but creating a balance in our physical body and then seeing how that then helps to facilitate balance on an emotional, mental, and energetic level. Settle into your downward facing dog. Keep the knees soft. Heels don't need to touch the ground. Keep that strong foundation through the palms of the hands. Broaden the upper back. Keep the back of the neck long. Take a deep breath. Exhale. Next inhale, lift your right leg. Find a one-legged downward facing dog. And then open your hip, bend your knee. Create a bit more space in the hip. Keep anchoring through the palms of the hands. And then inhale, straighten the leg, toes point back to the earth. And as you exhale, draw the knee forward, round your spine. Carefully step your right foot through between your hands. Now you might need to help it up a bit. That's totally fine. You can literally just take your foot and place it to the top of your mat. Once you arrive there, make sure the knee is over the ankle. Lower the left knee, untuck the toes. On your inhale, find low lunge. Reach the arms up. And as you exhale, settle into the pose a bit. Really nice. Deep breath here. Exhale. Hold for one more breath. Next exhale, bring the fingertips a little further back. We'll straighten the right leg for a reverse lunge. Keep the spine long with the heart lifted, shoulders drawing back. If you have blocks of altitude, you might use them on either side here. We're just going to stay for one more breath. Inhale deeply. Exhale. Shift back forward, seal the foot, seal the palms of the hands, tuck the back toe, lift the knees, stay here. Press into your left hand as you inhale, reach the right arm up and find a rotated lunge. These twists, these rotations, helping to facilitate a bit of clearing. You can clear some space in the physical body. As I said, generally the rest of the layers will start to follow. Another deep breath here. And release. Bring the right hand down, frame the foot. Step back, downward facing dog. In yoga, we start to realize how deeply connected all of that is. From the physical to the emotional to the energetic. Inhale, shift forward to plank pose. Exhale, lower the knees and then lower the chest. Tuck the elbows to the ribcage. Inhale for cobra, lift the heart, press to the tops of the feet. And then exhale, roll all the way back, downward facing dog. Deep breath. Exhale. Another deep breath here. Second side, inhale, left leg reaches back with one-legged downward facing. Bend into the knee and open your hip. Next inhale, straighten the leg. Hip comes back into alignment. As you exhale, draw the knee forward, round your spine. That'll give you space. Carefully step the left foot through. Again, giving yourself the support you need to get it there. Once you're there, let the right knee come down, untuck the toes. Inhale, low lunge, reach the arms up. Exhale. Beautiful. Hold for another deep breath. Good, one more inhale. On the exhale, take it back, reverse lunge. Start to straighten the left leg. Now remember, you might have more of a bend into the knee. That's totally fine. We're still warming up the body, so we don't want to force ourselves too much, but we do want to feel a pretty good stretch in the left hamstring here. Another deep breath, inhale. Long spine, exhale. Shift it back forward, seal the foot, seal the hands, lift the back knee. Root down through your right hand as you inhale, reach the left arm up, big rotation. Gaze can stay neutral. You might gaze up towards the thumb if you want to add a bit of a twist in the neck. Otherwise, just keep it more in the center of the body. Breathe in, exhale. One more breath. Release, left hand comes down, frame the foot, step back, downward facing dog. Next, inhale, shift forward plank. Exhale, lower the knees, and lower the chest. Slide through for cobra, deep breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog. 3 deep breaths. Check back in. What do you notice? What do you feel? Next, inhale, bend into your knees, look forward. Walk your feet up to your hands. Once you arrive towards the top of your mat, keep some space between the feet, soft knees. Inhale for a halfway lift. You can bring your fingertips to your shins, heart forward. And as you exhale, hang heavy. Bring palms to opposite elbows as we take ragdoll. Relaxing the head, the neck, the shoulders, the face. You can stay and just like gravity do the work, or you might add in a gentle sway from right to left. One more deep breath. Great place to release those really tight places in the body, lower back, shoulders. Release the grip on the elbows. Keep soft knees. Draw the navel to the spine and rise yourself up slowly, one vertebrae at a time. The head comes last, the gaze lifts, and you find yourself in mountain pose. Palms turn forward, shoulders back, so our heart is open. I always feel like this pose is this moment of re-arriving to the practice, to the body. I always have this sensation of feeling like I'm here, I'm ready. So maybe you feel that too. Take a deep breath. Exhale. Beautiful. So we'll start to move into a little bit of a faster flow. Right? Again, your practice. Do what feels best for you. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, forward bounce. Inhale for length, half lifts. Exhale, folds. Take a big step back with the left foot. Right foot is forward. Lower the knee, untuck the toes. Inhale, reach the arms up, low lunge. Exhale, right to reverse lunge, straighten the leg, flex the toes. Do that again. Inhale, shift forward, arms sweep up. Exhale, ride it back, reverse lunge. One more time, inhale. And exhale, reverse. Beautiful. Shift back forward, seal the foot, seal the hands. Inhale, rotated lunge, right arm reaches up. Deep breath in. Exhale. Release the right hand down, frame the foot. Stay here. Left knee stays lifted on your inhale. Find high lunge. Keep in mind, you can always keep the knee down like we had it if that feels more supportive for you. Deep breath here. Exhale, hands come to the heart, Anjali Mudra, that sense of symmetry, connection, inner unification. Breathe here. Exhale. We'll start to play around with balance. So you start to shift into the right foot, left leg floats up for warrior 3. Settle the gaze on something that is not moving, creating a drishti or focal point. Root down through the right leg, deep breath in. Exhale. Release fingertips all the way down to the ground, creating more of a standing split variation. Deep breath here. Exhale. Use the support of the fingertips. Float all the way back, left toes find back of mat. We're landing back in that lunge shape. Press the palms to the mat. Step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, shift forward to plank. Lower down. You can stick with knees, chest like we were. If you have another variation within your practice, you can lower straight to the belly or chaturanga. And then inhale, cobra or upward facing. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pause and breathe. Notice the right side of the body. Notice the left side. And then have a sensation of the entire body together. Bend to the knees, look forward. Walk or gently float. Feet to hands, forward folds. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, folds. Bend into the knees, sweep the arms all the way up. Come down through the heart. And then release the arms. Mountain pose. Pause, deep breath. Really notice what's happening in the body. So always really interesting, especially when we've just done one side of the sequence. There's a very clear-cut difference between the right side and the left side. Okay, so we feel that sense of imbalance. There's this craving, like you want to bring it into balance, right? So we're gonna do that now. Take an inhale, reach up. And exhale, folds. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, release. Right foot takes a big step back. We set up for a low lunge first. Lower the knee, untuck the toes. Inhale, sweep the arms up. Exhale, take it back. Reverse lunge. You can take these at your pace. There's 3 of them, so 2 more. Exhale. Really nice. One more time. Once you've done your third, shift back forward. Seal the hands. Press into the right hand, reach the left arm up. Rotated lunges next. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Release. Square the shoulders. Get a sense of balance. So when we're moving into high lunge, really important to build that strength in the foundation. Start with the feet, the legs. And when you're ready, arms float up. Again, you can lower the right knee down for more support. Inhale, and then exhale, hands to Anjali Mudra, to the heart. Breathe in. Breathe out. Slow the breath way down. Preparing for our balance, take a deep breath in. And you can walk this foot in a bit if you're feeling like that helps you, and then tilt forward from there. Toes point to the earth like you're trying to step on a wall behind you. Keep at least a micro bend in the standing leg. One more breath. Release it to the earth. Bend all the way down, standing split. Inhale. Exhale. Start to float right toes all the way back so you land in a lunge shape. Seal the hands. Step it back. Downward dog. Vinyasa flow. Keep in mind you can skip this part. If you're taking it, inhale plank. Exhale, lower your way. Awesome. And then downward dog. 3 breaths. Notice now, left side, right side. Both sides together. Maybe a feeling of more cohesion, more integration. Bend into the knees, inhale. Walk or float, feet to hands, forward bends. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Rise all the way to stand, reach up. Come down through the heart. Mountain pose. Drop back in. Re-arrive to self as often as you can. Right? We do this on our mat in our practice. We teach ourselves how to do it off our mat. Right? So those moments when we're feeling out of balance, when we're feeling pulled out of self, we create this reminder. We start to build and cultivate this pathway back to ourself, right? That coming home to self. That's what we're really doing here. each and every time we check in and pause in our practice. That's why I like to infuse this quite a lot throughout the flow. Take another breath. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, folds. Lengthen halfway. Exhale, release. Step back to plank. Pause here. Create that structure like we did in tabletop, pressing firmly into the palms of the hands. A slight tuck of the towel and engage the core. We'll be moving into a side plank practice. Bring your left hand a little closer to center. You can spin to the knife edge of your left foot, maybe stack the feet, or you drop your left knee down like we did earlier in the practice. So again, make the practice work for you. Awesome job. Deep breath. Strong core. One more inhale. Exhale. Reset to plank pose so that you recenter, rebalance, pause. Now we switch. Right hand a little closer to center for more support, finding your side plank variation. Beautiful. One more breath. And release. Reset back to plank pose. Align your shoulders over your wrists. Take a deep inhale. Slowest exhale, straight to the belly. Untuck the toes. Reach your arms back, interlace at the base of the spine. Try to press the palms together. As you inhale, peel the heart. Draw the shoulder blades down and back, and then float the legs for locust pose. Each time you inhale, find a little bit of a lift, like you're trying to reach the knuckles of the hands back towards the heels. Awesome job. One more big inhale. And your exhale, softly release, bring the hands back to either side of the chest. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, press all the way back to child's pose for a moment. Stay with the arms extended. If the shoulders need a break, bring the hands back by the feet and just let the shoulders drape. Slow the breath way down. Inhale through the nose. Gentle sigh through the mouth. One more breath. If you reach the hands back, extend them back forward. Extend the child's pose. Start to transition your way back to downward facing dog. Drop in, notice any shifts, transitions, transformations within the physical body, within the emotional body, and the energetic body. Keep the anchor points through the palms of the hands, the balls of the feet. When you inhale, feel as though you're inhaling just up the left side of your body. We're holding downward dog. And as you exhale, feel as though you're exhaling just through the right side. Inhale up the right side. Exhale down the left side. So we're mirroring that Nadi Shodhana breath work without closing off the nostrils. We're just visualizing. Let's do that one more time. So inhale up the left. Exhale down the right. Inhale up the right. Exhale down the left. Inhale right and left side together. Big breath, both nostrils. Exhale. Inhale, lift your right leg, one-legged dog. Exhale, draw the knee forward, step the right foot all the way through. Left knee stays lifted. Inhale, right to high lunge. Exhale, hands come to the heart. Inhale, exhale, warrior three. Hold, inhale. Stay for the exhale. Bend into the right knee and float yourself lightly back to high lunge. Inhale here. And as you exhale, start to find a twist. You could take prayer twist by hooking the elbow. Other option would be to stay more lifted and extend the arms from the shoulders. We're looking for a pretty deep, impactful twist here. If you have the prayer twist, take your right hand, press it down into your left hand. Deep inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale. Awesome job. One more breath. Carefully unwind your twist. Inhale, reach the arms all the way up. And exhale, take it to the earth. Frame the foot. Downward facing dog. You can stay in downward dog, or if you choose to take vinyasa, you can take that here. Any way you wish to. Remember, everything is modifiable, everything is adjustable to suit your needs. Arrive back in downward dog. Take a couple of breaths to let that settle. Breathe deep. Exhale. Second side. Inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, step left foot all the way through. Inhale, right to high lunge. Exhale, hands to heart, Anjali Mudra. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, warrior three. Inhale. Exhale, slowly float it back, high lunge. Reset your balance. Deep breath in. Exhale into the twist of your choosing, either prayer twist, hooking the elbow, or open arm twist. Use the breath to support the posture. Breathe in. Exhale into the twist. One more breath. With control, release the twist, reach the arms all the way up. Awesome job. Hands come down, frame the foot. Downward facing dog. And again, you have the option to flow it out. You can take child's pose. You can come to tabletop. Lots of options. Downward facing, deep breath. Exhale. Lower the knees. Sit back once again, child's pose. Pause. Feel all the space that you created in your body, in your mind, by moving your body with intention, by placing your limbs in specific shapes, by breathing in a specific way, all with this intention of cultivating balance. Take another full breath. Come back to downward dog. We're going to stretch a little bit deeper into the hips using pigeon pose. We'll start with the right leg. If you like to, you can lift it for some height. Right knee will come forward behind the right wrist. Slide the left toes all the way back. If you have props, you could definitely support here. A block or a blanket under the hip could be really helpful. Your right foot, it can angle as much toward your groin as you need it to. or you can come a little further up. You want to find a place where you feel a stretch in the outer hip, but it's not too much sensation that you're not able to sustain the pose. Once you feel like you're in that sweet spot for you, you might choose to lower down to forearms. You might even choose to come all the way down or use a prop for support. So you stay in the pose. I'm going to talk you through it. We're taking this as more of a yin type posture. So I want you to get pretty relaxed through the legs here, through the hips. And close the eyes down if that's comfortable for you, or just soften the gaze. So all of our bodies have this natural tendency to want to contract, restrict, engage. Especially in a more active practice, we're used to doing that. So I want you to do what might feel a little counterintuitive, which is to totally relax the body, totally relax the muscles. By doing this, we're encouraging this deeper access below the layer of the muscles. We start to get into the connective tissue and the fascia, which is where the energetic lines of the body reside. And so when we work with this idea of clearing, of releasing, of creating space, a yin posture such as this can be really, really effective and really impactful. So drop in, go within, be with your energy, be with your emotions, your thoughts. No expectation of anything except to just stay, breathe. If you like to have that focal point, use the breath, or maybe you use a mantra or an affirmation that you really connect to. Continuously surrender, continuously release into the pose. Begin to invite in that sense of clarity and what it is that you want to take with you into this next season. The who, the where, the what. It could be a belief, it could be an emotion, it could be an experience, a situation, a relationship. Last couple of breaths here. Let's go 2 more. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. 1 more. Inhale. And exhale. To come out, do so very slowly, very carefully. You can come first up onto the hands. Pause, feel. Now you have some options to release. You might come to tabletop, or you might come right into downward dog. You're gonna feel a good amount of sensation in the right side, in the right hip. It's almost like this flush of energy. And that's actually what's happening, right? We're clearing blocks, we're clearing stagnant energy. So you might feel this sense of energy, or what we would call prana in yoga, moving down the right leg. You might stay in stillness to receive that. If you feel called to add in some movement, please feel free to do that. Give you a few breaths on your own to let that settle in the body. And we'll meet back in downward facing dog together. Let's even it out. So we have pigeon pose, left leg. You can lift it for some height. Draw the knee forward. Take that same time and care to set yourself into the pose. So it's really important knowing that we're going to be staying here for a little bit. We want to be supported, but we do want to feel sensation. My teacher says, go where it's interesting, which I love. Right. So meaning let there be almost a sense of discomfort, not pain, right? But maybe not a position that we necessarily would want to hang out in, but we let ourselves surrender into that place. You can come down, you can stay upright, you can use props, and then begin once again to drop in to self. Soften, soften, soften. Anywhere that you're noticing, try to let it go. And try to surrender into the pose. Anywhere that's gripping, tensing, see if it feels okay to soften. Continue, slow the breath down. Be with the sensation, move into the sensation. Last couple of breaths here. Let's go 2 more. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. And 1 more breath. You'll find that slow release in your own way. Walk up back to the hands, pause, feel, and then moving carefully and slowly out of the pose into any shape of your choosing. And let that once again settle. Now feeling that energy in the left side of the body. Incorporate any movements that you'd like to in these shapes. Tabletop, down dog, if you want to take another flow. We'll be transitioning in just a moment to a seated position, but take your time. Really give yourself that time and space to receive the pose. It's a very deep hip opener, accessing a lot of energy there. So hold yourself in that space, super important. If you find emotions coming out, that's very normal, very typical. You might touch back to child's pose 1 more time. And eventually you'll find yourself to a seated position on your mat. We'll take a fold here. So once you arrive, you can bring the soles of the feet to touch. And this is one of my favorite poses for working with this idea of balance, of symmetry. You can almost feel this line being drawn right up the center, right? It starts with the feet. So press them together, feel that sense of connection. Take the deep inhale, lengthen through the spine. A very subtle tilt forward. So work with a straight spine here. Draw the shoulders down and back. You can even kind of tuck your elbows in towards your rib cage. Often that helps us to keep the spine long and lifted. Keep your neck in the same line as the rest of the spine for now. Take a deep breath in. And now on this exhale, invite in a little bit of softening and rounding, and literally just let your spine drape, let your body drape over. Relax the shoulders away from the ears. Relax the belly. It's almost like you're creating this little cocoon for yourself, enveloping yourself in your own energy. And we'll stay here for just 3 more breaths. Take 1 more inhale. Stay for the exhale, soften. And when you rise up, do so slowly, 1 vertebrae at a time. As you arrive back to a neutral seated position, pause. Hold the position of the legs for a moment. You can let the hands rest on the knees or near the ankles. And just come back into that alignment of your spine. Reconnect to the sit bones, right side, left side. Stack your shoulders over your hips. So notice if you have a tendency to tilt slightly forward or slightly back, and see if you can find that neutral center. We'll move through that breathwork practice 1 more time, holding the shape. We're not using the hands. We're just visualizing the breath moving from side to side. First, take a deep inhale. Both nostrils. Exhale. Both nostrils. Right, and then without holding anything, just as you inhale, visualize the breath moving up the left side. And as you exhale, down the right. Inhale up the right. Exhale down the left. Inhale up the left side. Exhale down the right. Inhale up the right. And exhale down the left. Breathe into the whole body. Inhale. Hold the breath for a moment. Retain Kumbhaka. Squeeze the pelvic floor muscles if you're familiar with that. Mula Bandha, and hold the breath. And keep holding it till just past that point of feeling uncomfortable, as long as you can. And when you're ready, exhale, let it go. Relax the pelvic floor muscles, the belly, the breath. Breathe normal. Notice, observe. When you're ready, you can blink the eyes open, and we'll transition to lie flat on our backs. And we'll move through a few finishing poses, and I will talk you through a really nourishing Shavasana meditation. But first, just lie flat. like you're coming into Shavasana, but we're not yet. But I want you to cultivate that same sense of balance, symmetry in the body for just a moment. Right leg, same length as the left leg, right arm, same length as the left arm. Take a deep breath. Exhale, let it go. Take a big inhale, reach the arms all the way overhead like you're taking a big morning stretch. Lengthen as much as you can, point through the toes, reach to the fingertips. And as you exhale, bend the right knee towards you, interlace your hands on your shin and get more active. So flex the left foot, active through the left leg, active through the right leg, flex the toes back, both sides, deep breath in. As you exhale, give a good squeeze of the knee to the body. Such an amazing pose to release. Right, literally aiding in digestion on every level. Right, so I'm not referring to just physical digestion, but emotional, mental, energetic. What do we need to move through to create that space to move forward in a way that feels more aligned, that feels more authentically us, that helps to balance those inner scales. Another breath here. Exhale. Release the grip. Take your left hand, take this into a rotation, guiding the right knee over to the left side. Try to keep the right shoulder grounded. You can bend at the elbow or extend the arm straight. If that's too much on your shoulder, just let the right arm relax to the side of the body. Deep breath in. Exhale. One more breath. And release. Roll to your spine and come back to that Shavasana type shape. Arms to the sides, legs extended. Feel the difference. It's another point in the practice where it's quite different sensation from right side to left side. You might have lost that sense of symmetry where it actually feels like one side is longer than the other side. Inhale, reach all the way up, big morning stretch. And then exhale, draw the left knee in. We're gonna even out the sides. Get back into that active position, flex the toes back, deep breath. Exhale, squeeze the knee to the body. Big, powerful exhale. Do that again, breathe in. Big exhale. Do that 2 more times. What are you clearing? What are you releasing? Visualize that moving out of the body with your breath. Big exhale. Awesome. Take it into the rotation, guiding your left knee over and across to the right side. Two more breaths. Unravel, unwind your toes, come back onto the spine, recenter yourself, extend the left leg, notice, feel, regaining that sense of balance between the two sides. Last movement, draw both knees in. And I always like to close practice to invite you to close your practice in a way that feels right and appropriate for you. So if there's something that your body's really craving, if there was maybe a pose that you really love that wasn't offered, if you like to close your practice with an inversion of some sort. So yogi's choice, spend the next minute or so to close out your practice in a way that best suits you, that you know will help to further bring you into stillness as we start to settle into Shavasana in just a moment. And I'm going to come a little closer to talk to you while you finish up your physical practice. Also taking your time. And you may already feel ready for Shavasana. So if you are, and when you are, well, again, I want to really invite you to create this just beautiful nest in which you can rest in for these next few moments, where you really begin to receive and integrate the practice that we moved through tonight. We did a lot. We moved a lot of energy. We opened up a lot of different areas of the body, not just physically, but again, on all levels. So we're always working in cohesion. And make sure that you're set up in a way where you feel that sense of balance. So those minor adjustments orient your body in such a way that you feel balanced, that you feel that sense of harmony from the inside out. And then once you're fully settled, take a deep inhale through the nose. Hold the breath. Take an extra sip, more air, more space. Hold the breath. And then just let the breath leave the body without forcing it. Just let it fall away. And then give the breath back over to the body. And give the body over to the earth. And be still with yourself. And wrap yourself in ease and grace. And know that even at those times when we may be feeling out of balance, when we may be feeling disconnected from self, unsure, these times of transition can certainly stir up feelings of doubt, fear, unpredictability. Right? Even in those moments, know that you're always whole, no matter what, and that you do have the tools and the rituals to guide yourself back home, to guide yourself back to yourself. Enjoy some silence, some quiet, and I will call you back in just a moment so that we can close our evening together. Become aware of the breath. No need to move, but just feel the natural rise and fall of the inhale and the exhale for a few moments. And remember this feeling, create that energetic imprint, because this feeling always resides within you. It's not only available here in Shavasana, in yoga. We can access this in other ways throughout our day, right? By creating these moments of connection, of ritual, a simple check-in. How am I feeling? How do I want to feel? And the gentlest of movements when you're ready to come back into the physical body. Let that evolve organically. Maybe some deeper movements start to be felt, some bigger stretches as you arrive back. And eventually you might start to hug the knees towards the body. You can gently roll to your left side, fetal position. We often use this as the last pose of our practice to create that last moment of intention, of integration, and really of gratitude for the practice and for each other, for showing up for ourselves. And when you're ready, from there, you can transition to a comfortable seat on your mat to become full circle. You rejoin hands to the heart, Anjali Mudra. Slight tuck of the chin, reverence, recognition. And remember, hold this energetic space for yourself over these next few days of transition. See how that mirrors and reflects in your own life. Take a deep breath in. Big exhale, let it go. Hari Om, Tat Sat, Namaste.